In human history, there has been thousands of royal houses that ruled different sections of the world, but later perished. However, there are some powerful royal houses that stood the test of time through centuries of strategic governance and skillful diplomacy, which shaped the nations and kept them in power. But do you know who these royal houses are? Maybe not. In today's video, we bring you the list of 12 powerful royal houses in the world which exist today. So without further ado, let's start. At number 12, we have a royal house which has a history of more than 240 years. This is the House of Mahidol. This royal house, which is also referred to as the Alaouite Dynasty, was founded by the leadership of King Rama I in 1782. King Rama I's ascension marked the beginning of a legacy that has endured over 2 centuries, and since its foundation, there's been around 10 kings who ensured the nation moves in the part of economic and cultural development. Additionally, the royal family's engagement with the arts, education, and social welfare reflects a commitment to the well-being and progress of the Thai people. However, in the modern era, the House of Mahidol maintains a symbolic and cultural significance. The present king of this house is King Maha Vajiralongkorn, also known as King Rama X, who holds a central position in Thai society representing continuity and tradition. The royal family comprises around 30 members, including its children, grandchildren, and spouses. While not as wealthy as some other royal families globally, their influence and significance stem from a different kind of riches, a commitment to public service and philanthropy. The Mahidols channel their wealth into social development initiatives through the foundations like the King Praja Hippox Institute and Queen Sirikit Center for Breast Cancer. All this gives them a strong hold on Thai society and makes them stand out across the globe. Next on our list, we have the house from Europe, the Royal House of Liechtenstein. The foundation of this house began in 1608 when Karl I of Liechtenstein was granted the lordship of Letnes and Valtis by Emperor Rudolf II. After this event, the Liechtenstein family continued to acquire various territories, but a crucial moment in the foundation of the house in Liechtenstein came in 1719 when Anton Florian of Liechtenstein became the Prince of Liechtenstein. Once this royal house came into power, they made sure the power stays within the house, and they ensured this by strategic alliance and diplomatic skills, further solidifying their influence. They successfully navigated the complex political landscape of the Holy Roman Empire, fostering relationships with influential rulers. However, with the change of time and political environment, Liechtenstein took the path of democracy in 1921, reducing the role of the royal house. However, the royal households have no political influence in the nation like before, but still hold strong influence and power in the nation, mostly because of their enormous wealth and investment in different sectors of the nation that drive the national economy. In contemporary times, the house is still popular in the world. It has more than 8 core members, and as the head of his house is Prince Hans Adam II, who's not only a head of state, but is also a successful billionaire businessman. At number 10, we have a royal house from a small Asian island, Brunei, and the royal house of this nation, and this is the House of Bolkiah. The House of Bolkiah was officially formed in 1363 when the founder of this dynasty, Sultan Muhammad Shah, ascended to the throne in 1363. And this formation involved a combination of local power dynamics, political developments, and the influence of religious traditions. Before the rule of this house, Brunei was fragmented and had different groups, but with the establishment of the Sultanate, the region was under a single ruler. However, since the formation of this 660-year-old royal house, it has seen many political disturbances, but despite these obstacles, the royal lineage has endured, adapting to changing circumstances and maintaining its position at the helm of Brunei governance. Now, the result of it stands among some of the most powerful and wealthy royal houses in the world. The power of this royal house comes from handling economic resources, leveraging Brunei's strategic location and rich natural reserves, particularly in oil and gas, which gives the house a global presence. Presently, this royal house has more than 14 members, and the head of this house is Sultan Hassanal Bolkiah Ibn Omar Ali Saifuddin III, who's not known for only being the ruler of the nation, but also his enormous wealth, which goes beyond $35 billion. And collectively, this house has more than $45 billion of wealth. At number 9, we have the House of Grimaldi from Monaco. This house came into power in Monaco through a combination of strategic alliances and shrewd political maneuvering. The origins of the House of Grimaldi trace back to the 13th century when Francesco Grimaldi, known as Il Malizia, or the Cunning, seized the fortress of Monaco in 1297. This move allowed him and his family to establish a firm control over the strategically important territory, which marked the beginning of the Grimaldi dynasty. Over the centuries, the Grimaldis faced numerous challenges, including periods of exile and territorial disputes. However, their resilience and diplomatic skills allowed them to maintain their rule in Monaco. Over the years, its leadership not only helped the nation with its development, but also created a glamorous and rich image in the world. However, currently, the royal house has more than 6 members, including the head of the estate, Prince Albert II, who continues to carry the legacy forward with his charity and philanthropy, which makes the royal house more relevant in Europe. Apart from this, he's also diversified the family's influence into areas beyond traditional royal duties. The family has an impressive portfolios of properties, like the Palais Princier de Monaco, Fort Antony, Jardin Exotica de Monaco, Monaco Cathedral, and many other properties which include yachts, private jets, and luxurious properties, making them a global footprint. At number 8, we have the Alaouite House of Morocco. The Alaouite Dynasty of Morocco came into power in 1631 when Moulay Rashid, a Sarifian noble from the Arab Banu Ifram tribe, gained influence and support through his alliances with various Berber tribes and Sufi brotherhoods. His rise to power was marked by a series of military victories, enabling him to establish control over key regions in Morocco. Later, his son Moulay Ismail, who ruled from 1672 to 1727, implemented a centralized administration that helped consolidate the dynasty's authority. Now, 392 years after the formation of this dynasty, the House of Morocco still holds strong power within the nation. Currently, there are more than 7 members of the royal family. Since the members of the house hold power in their lands, the family possesses vast agricultural lands, engages in diverse business investments, which ultimately contribute to the Moroccan economy. However, the present head of this house is Mohammed VI, known for his strong leadership and global presence. Apart from this, the king and other members of the house are renowned for their substantial wealth and asset holdings, including the Royal Palace of Rabat, Dar Diafit, and the Marrakech Royal Palace, which gives them a unique international identity. At number 7, we have the House of Maktoum in Dubai, the UAE. The Maktoum dynasty came into power in Dubai in 1833 when the Al Falasa tribe, led by Sheikh bin Bouti, settled in the region. Over the years, this royal house played a significant role in the development and modernization of Dubai, transforming it from a small trading port into a global economic hub. They did this by focusing on economic diversification and infrastructure development. This not only made Dubai a key player in the international stage, but also promoted the royal house on the global level. Now, after 190 years since its formation, this house and its members still hold a financial and political influence within the Emirate and UAE. But mostly, their influence is driven by their vast wealth. And this wealth comes from controlling sectors like hospitality, tourism, and of course oil, which makes over $20 billion. Currently, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum leads the House of Maktoum and serves as Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE, as well as the ruler of Dubai. He is the 10th ruler of the Emirates, who is known for his forward-thinking policies and ambitious projects. Further, the ruler and his house are on a mission to make Dubai a hub of tourism and affluence. Next, we have a royal house which has a mythical origin, and this is the Imperial Royal House of Japan. This royal house, which is also known as the Yamato dynasty, is the oldest hereditary monarchy in the world, with a history that spans over 2,600 years. And according to the traditional Japanese calendar, it was founded in 660 BCE by the Emperor Jimmu, who is considered Japan's first emperor, according to Japanese mythology and a historical text, Nahyan Shoki. It's believed that Emperor Jimmu was a descendant of the sun goddess, Amaterasu. However, after its foundation, this royal house faced various challenges, including political strife, wars, and shifts in power. Despite all that, the imperial institution remained a constant in Japan, adapting to changing circumstances. And all this, the king of this royal house played their role efficiently, leading the nation to achieve a significant global presence. Now, 2,600 years later, this royal household has less political power due to the modernization and adoption of democratic values. Yet, after all these years, this ancient house holds strong cultural and financial significance, which shows from the Japanese art to the aesthetic way of living, creating a distinct identity in the world. Currently, this royal house has a mere 9 royal members. The head emperor of the Japanese Imperial House is Naruhito, who's the head of this house of the state. At number 5, we have the House of Hashimite, which has a fascinating history deeply rooted in the heart of Jordan. The Hashimites' ascent to power can be traced back to the aftermath of World War I. In 1929, when Emir Abdullah bin Hussein, a Hashimite leader, took control of the territory that would later become the Transjordan, or the modern-day Kingdom of Jordan. This marked the beginning of the Hashimite rule in the region. The House of Hashimite has its share of challenges in adapting to the evolving landscape of the 21st century, where democracy was slowly introduced. However, later, due to the adoption of democratic values by Jordanian royal house and its members, lost special or political power within the nation. But its members, being a part of a historic house, still holds strong influence within the nation, which usually goes beyond the national boundaries, whereas its members are constantly discussed in the world. In the present era, King Abdullah II leads the House of Hashemite, serving as the monarch of Jordan. Today, the royal family plays a role in politics and in promoting cultural heritage, education, and developmental initiatives. The Hashemites boast substantial wealth from vast landholdings, wise investments, royal income, and personal fortunes, making a powerful economic and political force which shows their strong, soft political power in the world. At number 4, we dive in at the House of Al Nahyan from Abu Dhabi, UAE. The foundation of this family can be traced back to 1761, when the Al Nahyan tribe settled in the region and formed alliances with other Bedouin tribes. With this effort and competence, he marked the beginning of the Al Nahyan leadership in the Emirate, which is called Abu Dhabi. Though holding power in the region was not easy during the early days, over the years the royal house solidified its influence, and subsequent generations played crucial roles in the development and unification of the Emirates. Now, these royal households have a strong global presence for their active contribution to the global economy. The current head of this 262-year-old royal house is Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, and he's the ruler of Abu Dhabi and president of the UAE. As a leader, he is seen as a powerful and influential figure in the area. And they derive the power from controlling different sectors, but mostly from oil-rich resources, thriving cities, and strategic ports. The main source of their power is their wealth, which is estimated at hundreds of billions of dollars, and this wealth flows from oil products and profits, investments, and control over their critical sectors like hospitality and transportation. At number 3, we encounter the House of Al Thani from Qatar. The dynasty was established by Sheikh Mohammed bin Thani in 1825, when Qatar was part of the Ottoman Empire and the Al Khalifa family. During this time, Sheikh Mohammed bin Thani seized control of Qatar from the Al Khalifa family, marking the foundation of the House of Al Thani rule over the region. While this house is not as ancient as some royal houses, the House of Al Thani has demonstrated resilience and adaptability in changing geopolitical landscapes. Since its foundation, there have been more than 9 emirs in the region who've made historical transformations within the nation to make this royal house stand among the most powerful royal houses in the world. At present, this house has more than 30 royal members, which includes the present emir of Qatar, Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, who holds the political and financial power of the nation. The House of Thani holds the power by controlling sectors like tourism, trade, sports, and natural gas, which is a major source in the nation. It is a fact that their control over natural gas, which gives them power globally. Apart from this, the family owns places like Al Wabra Palace, Barzan Palace, and extensive real estate in Doha. The estimated value of the royal house is more than $330 billion. Next, we have the House of Saud, the ruling royal family of Saudi Arabia. The House of Saudi can be traced back to 1720, when Mohammed bin Saud, tribal leader, formed an alliance with Muhammad ibn Abd al-Wahhab and consolidated political power in the Arabian Peninsula. Over the years, the House of Saud has weathered political shifts, expanded its territories, and navigated the challenges of modernization. The discovery of oil in the 20th century brought absolute power to this house. In fact, this event placed Saudi Arabia on the global stage, reshaping the nation's economy and providing the royal family with the means to navigate the complexities of the modern world. Now, Saudi is a monarchy, which means the house and its members still hold strong control over the nation. And apart from the oil market, the house controls major sectors like hospitality, finance, tourism, construction, and real estate. At present, all the sectors come under King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, who leads the royal house, with Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman actively shaping the kingdom's future. Now, coming to the source of this royal house's power, the wealth is estimated to be the fortune of the house exceeding $3 trillion. This includes multiple palaces, yachts, art collections, and exquisite accessories. Among its notable assets is the Al Yamama Palace in Riyadh, serving as the official residence of the king and office of the King of Saudi Arabia. At number 1, we have the House of Windsor from the United Kingdom. The history of this house goes back to 1826 when Prince Ferdinand of Saxe-Coburg-Saalfeld married Princess Maria Antonia. Their marriage brought together the Saxe-Coburg and Coheri families, leading to the establishment of the House of Saxe-Coburg in Gotha. Later, in 1917, during World War I, King George V renamed it to the House of Windsor. Since its inception, the royal house has played a crucial role in the history of the United Kingdom. At present, there are more than 50 members in the house, with 8 core members, and the current head of the House of Windsor is King Charles III, who ascended the throne following the death of his mother, Queen Elizabeth II, in 2022. Now, though the members of the household have no political power, they hold strong soft power in the world, which captures the world's attention through events such as royal weddings, births, and celebrations. However, the family's influence extends beyond the borders of the United Kingdom, contributing to the global image of British royalty. But apart from holding global soft power, the House of Windsor also holds enormous wealth, with a grand art collection worth more than $10 billion, and properties ranging from Windsor Castle to Buckingham Palace to Kensington Palace. Now, with all the collective wealth and resources, the House of Windsor holds more than $35 billion in worldwide influential power. Thanks for watching the video. Comment down below your favorite part and let us know. Also, press the subscribe button and bell icon for regular updates.